Hello, I'm here to share with you the cheapest idea how to get into exciting places, even if you want to travel all around the world just for the price of your first ticket. My name is Zsuzsa, this is the Hello Emma channel. Let's dive in. My family never traveled when I grew up because it was a little bit expensive. Plus, I'm coming from a country, Hungary, where was communism when I was a child, so it was not possible to travel. So my first airplane ticket, I bought my first airplane ticket when I was 30 years old. I went to London. It was not a volunteering, I went there to live. And after 14 years in London, I decided, okay, probably it's time to move now. So I was searching on the Facebook some volunteering opportunities because I wasn't sure where to go and how to go. And I found a place in Guatemala called Utopia Eco Hotel. I'm still very grateful for them, and they still searching volunteers on a continuous basis. So if you're interested, look around. I will give the link underneath. And I contacted them, and 5 minutes later the answer came, yes, we're still searching for yoga teachers, volunteer yoga teachers for a month, and you are more than welcome, but we have to understand that you take it really seriously, this decision, and you really want to come. So I thought, okay, so I bought the airplane ticket, and they said, okay, the slot is yours, you can come for a month. And then I went to check on the map where Guatemala is. Yes, I know. Please don't be so irresponsible. This video is for you. If you don't know what volunteering is, second, you feel maybe it would be nice to go, but you are not sure it's for you or not, because I will share the 10 benefits or the 10 reasons why this is one of the best things in your life you can do. So first thing, what volunteering is? Volunteering is when you go to a place and you're working in exchange for food and accommodation. Every place is different. So when you decided, wow, I'm in love with this place, you fall in love with the pictures and everything, check how many hours do you need to work? And second, check what do they offer. Because some places offer food and accommodation, this is mainly the basic. But some places, they're not offering both, just one of them. Some places offer you money, or, yes, it could happen, they ask you money. So choose wisely, okay? And why I think this is the best thing to volunteering? There are 10 reasons, and now let's dive in, and I will share these 10 reasons with you. First thing, this is the cheapest way to travel around the world. Yes, the cheapest, because at the end of the day, you just buy your first ticket, and after you go to the place where let's say you choose the place where they give you food and accommodation. So what do you need to buy? Nothing. And let's say you work 5 hours per day or 6 hours, doesn't matter. You sleep 8 hours, which means you still already used 14 hours from the day, but you still have 10 more hours. And of course, as you get there, you will be excited and you will socialize and you walk around, and after a while you will think, okay, and what's now? And as you start to know people, maybe they realize that, wow, you can give massage. Can you give me a massage, please? Can you teach me a little bit of Spanish or English or yoga or whatever? Or can you teach me how to do embroidery? Or can you teach me how to make logo onto my website? And people can pay for you a little bit of money for this. So what is the good thing? That if you use wisely your leftover time, and if you want, you can collect a little bit of money, so you buy your next ticket from this little pocket money, and you can go to the next place. The second reason, for me, the most important reason, is personal growth. As you are going to new places, new environment, you meeting new people, new traditions, basically you're really out of this little comfort zone when you're spending normally your life, when you know everything, you know everyone, and now you are just in the middle of nothing, you don't know anything, and then you need to adjust, you need to learn, and you definitely will expand, and you learn a lot about yourself, how you behave in different situations with different people, circumstances. this is the best learning tool ever about yourself. The third reason is inspiration. Look, I'm a yoga teacher. I was working in the same yoga studios every single day, commuting. Everything was grey, everything was cold, everything was boring. The yoga studios was same. And when I went to Guatemala, my environment changed a little bit. And honestly, when I woke up in the morning, in the middle of the jungle, and I just felt the fresh air, I was teaching in the fresh air, not in the air conditioning, and the animals being around and the voice sounds, and it was just so magical for me and inspiring for me that after a while I just decided, okay, let's start a YouTube channel, a yoga YouTube channel, because even if no one watching these videos, it will be a good memory for me. And a couple of years later I come back and I can watch where I was living. So that is the third reason. Fourth reason, skill development. When you go to volunteer, you normally offer one skill and they hire you because you are a yoga teacher, you are a gardener, you are able to build houses. But when you are in the place, normally people are not just doing one thing, but they are helping out the other areas. So yes, as I already mentioned, you can learn all of these things. For example, can you imagine, I'm coming from Hungary, coming from London, when I was buying the chocolate bar in the shop, and I just found myself in a cacao farm. So I've seen the cacao trees, how they flowering, blossoming, the fruit of the cacao, and the procedure to harvest the cacao and making chocolate. And guess what? Now, if I have cacao beans, I'm able to produce my own chocolate. And when I went back to London after a while, after this 1 month in Guatemala, after I started to provide cacao dance with my own cacao, what a beautiful thing. And for example, in Guatemala, when later I went back, I learned new massage techniques and what I'm still using. So all of the skills I learned, I could use later, so it was the best tool of self-improvement. Fifth reason, knowing and understanding new culture, tradition. You can learn lots of things from books, but you can learn being in the environment and learning from people, listening them, watching them, how they do, how they wash the clothes, how they building houses, what they are eating. And honestly, for me, this is the main reason when I went back to Guatemala later, and from Guatemala, I found myself a little bit later in Mexico, and I'm still living in Mexico because of the culture, because of the tradition. I learned about the Temazcal and fire ceremonies and Aztec dance, and really, for me, it was so mind-blowing, and it opened my mind and it opened a completely different aspect of life that I was born in Europe, but in this very moment, I don't have a feeling I will go back to Europe because the richness, what these countries can offer, it is just really the way I feel. This is how worth living the life. So yeah, I'm a little bit like other side of the game, because from volunteering I found my home. I found the place where I want to spend the rest of my life. The sixth reason, community and connection. In my 4 or 5 years since I live in Guatemala in Mexico, I met with so many amazing people, and of course not amazing people as well, but it's still okay because we can learn from them about ourselves. But actually the beautiful people I met, they are a very important part of my life. And with some of them we keep the connection, with some of them we just keep the eye on each other. And actually, if someone has the tendency to isolate himself or herself, it's a beautiful way. You are in a community, and is a good kind of medicine against anxiety, against depression, because you have people around you, they're looking after you, and you have some support. Reason 7, health benefits. Even physical, even mental. If you are going to a place where you are in the nature and you do some physical work, and let's say before you've been sitting in front of the computer at home in your own place, then you can't believe how much change it can bring your life, that you're touching the earth, that your hands getting dirty, that you are 5 or 6 or I don't know how many hours connected with the nature all day. It's amazing. Of course, physically you're getting a little bit stronger, and mentally it's just amazing that you're getting grounded, you're getting more connected. So it's definitely the best. If you're suffering from anxiety, depression, is definitely the best medicine. Go out and stay connected with the nature. Number 8, increased empathy. Well, as we are working with different kind of people from different countries with different backgrounds, culture, of course you are learning a lot from them, about them, through them, and of course as your perspective is widening, you're getting more flexible and you will be able to create more empathy towards other people and towards other situations. Number 9. This is the 9. Sense of purpose, positive impact. As you go to places, you're going to help out, and you start to feel that you've done something. You start to feel that was a good reason to wake up in the morning. And in many places there are, for example, when I was in Guatemala, after a while, because I didn't go there only for a month, but after a month I just went back again for 6 more months, and I started to know more about the people around the area, and it started to get really clear what are their problems, and they needed English teacher into the school, they needed some people work with the river, because when it was rainy season the river was just very wide, and you start to get involved into the local people life, and you can help a lot for them. You can give clothes for them or whatever you are not using, and for them is very important. And maybe for you it will be easier to travel a little bit further because your backpack is a little bit lighter. Or the most important, actually even more important than the physical things, when you share your knowledge, teaching children in a jungle, for example, in Guatemala, English is a huge advantage, because they can sell the chocolate, for example, easier for the foreigners when the tourists are coming around. And number 10, happiness. Basically, that brings all of these previous reasons together. You are living in a different place, you're learning lots of things, you start to be more healthy physically, mentally, you start to feel that your life worth living, and all over, you will be a much happier person. I have to admit that the best decision in my life was when I left London and I thought, okay, let's go and let's observe the world. These are my advices. I hope it helps. How to find the places where you can volunteer. There are 2 websites. I will put the link below. The one is Workaway and the other is Woof. But honestly, on the Facebook you can find amazing, beautiful places. Always check the 2 websites. Is it good? Because it's kind of safe. But on Facebook, if you just Google or just write down, type in volunteer and the name of the area you want to go, I'm sure you will find something. I have to admit, as a personal experience, when I was around 42-ish or 43, I don't remember, I started to travel. I started my volunteer life. And so don't tell me that you are too late, because you are never too late. And I know people, I have friends, because I made friends in this beautiful journey. They get retired and they sold everything, and they, since then, 5-6 years, they are traveling, volunteering. So it can be so amazing lifestyle. You cannot imagine in this very moment that you still sitting in your place and you wondering what to do next. And you don't have to do 5-6 years or forever. Just do for a month. Try out. And if you like it, go for it. If not, not. One more thing before we are saying goodbye for each other. In the next video, I will give you a couple of advices how to travel safely. And if you keep these points, you will be at least more or less safe when you are traveling. Until, if you like my video, like it, subscribe it, and see you in the next one. Adios.